Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Weekly Profit Talk. We do this every single week, Wednesday at 8:30 a.m. Mountain Time. That is 7:30 if you're in LA, 10:30 if you're in New York, and of course, 9:30 in Chicago. So welcome, everyone. This week's topic is 3 profit strategies every medical practice owner should use in 2025. We wrapped up a series on tax metrics the last few weeks. And let's move on to some hopefully useful information, just a few tips that we'd like to be able to provide for you. So let's go ahead and begin here. First thing, targeted medical marketing for enhanced patient acquisition. We're in the 21st century, and we all have teenage or young adult kids that are better at technology than we are, certainly. So we live in that world, and it's very important to take advantage of every single possible technological tool available. SEO is simply, oh God, I'm not SEO optimized website and blog content. Search engine optimization. Sorry. And that's kind of funny because SEO optimized is kind of, I just realized it's a little anti-grammatical. But what that means, when you are writing a website, and if you're one of the tech weenies that actually do the work in the background, there's something called meta tags, and you can actually put specific keywords when people are searching Google or Bing or whatever your preferred method is. These keywords come up, and if you optimize your website to the best of your ability, then of course you're going to have just a handful of more people are actually able to find you. Google My Business. This is something that I became familiar with in my own accounting practice, and it's certainly very important. It doesn't take very much time. If you are in a physical location, a leased or owned office, then you do want to put yourself on the map and make sure that you're there. But also sign into Google My Business and fill out all the profile information and audit it, or in other words, review it periodically, make sure everything's maintained. Online booking systems, sophisticated enough to handle scheduling, but simple enough that your patients don't give up on it. And I can't tell you how much I love checking in for medical appointments in advance of actually showing up on that day. The days of 30 minutes prior to your appointment to fill out paperwork should be back when the dinosaurs ruled the earth. Okay, so I love when I get on a website with a doctor's office, and it basically asks all the questions in a secure environment. So the paperwork's filled out. You can just go in, say who you are, give them your birthday and all that, and you rock and roll. So this is going to put you in the upper tier of practitioners, and it's something that if you're not doing yet is super important. Strategic social media campaigns. What does this mean? Pop onto Facebook and LinkedIn and even YouTube, and basically share your knowledge. You can do this in a very, I want to say benign way, where you're not actually going into specific cases. And of course, you can't talk about patients anyway. Obviously, it goes without saying. But if you've got a social media presence, just popping on and saying something, one or two short sentences with one of those colored backgrounds, that kind of thing raises your social media profile. So it's very helpful to do that. Okay, second, revenue cycle optimization. Now, it's something that I'm certain is on everybody's mind all the time. Here are some things that I've thought of and seen through experience with our physicians. Implementing automation in your medical billing software to catch coding errors. Why go through a denial if you can avoid it? That's just basically preventative medicine. Checking insurance eligibility in real time. again, that's kind of a no-brainer, but your software and or your staff should be catching that. RVU, relative value unit-based compensation models, that's huge. You know that Medicare is using that, and you can choose to not accept Medicare, but by doing so, you basically eliminate over half of your potential patient base. So um, I have found with quick searches that there's actually RVU calculators out there. I'm certain that they're implemented in certain high-level EMR software as well. And creating a systematic approach to denials that treats them like the financial infections they are. Identify, isolate, and treat aggressively. That just goes without saying. Denials should be basically looked for on a daily basis and dealt with immediately. Goes without saying. Last thing, patient-centric options. Telemedicine services. I have actually taken advantage of this. I'm fortunate enough, and I'd like to thank all of you that pay taxes because I'm with the Veterans Administration for my own health care. And I have actually spoken to a very good specialist in another state. And this is the wave of the future. If you're able to provide these kind of services, especially if you live in areas that say are outside major cities, you're saving your patients quite a bit of trouble. If you're able to treat by way of a conversation, but also just the fact that you're basically reducing your cost to the cost of a professional streaming service to be able to handle this. And of course, you do want something that's encrypted because patient confidentiality is key. I'm in the same life, having to do taxes. Privacy is 110% of the job. So, but this is becoming more and more prevalent, and I think it's awesome when physicians are doing it. Remote patient monitoring. Of course, I can think of some examples. I did a heart monitor thing for a while, and they actually were able to read its results at the office. Now, this was not serious, and don't worry, but I always found that to be pretty space age. That was very interesting. Now, this last one. Of course, depending on the size of your practice and how long you've been in practice, you may or may not be at the point where you're able to expand into doing in-house diagnostics and lab work. The more you're able to keep that in-house, there's less degradation of data, obviously, but also by being more of a one-stop shop for your patients, you're more of the singular expert for them. And obviously the benefits of that are without saying. So hopefully you found these helpful. Targeted medical marketing for enhanced patient acquisition, revenue cycle optimization, and of course, patient-centric options. So these three things can help you. If you have been thinking about them a little bit, then hopefully this reinforces that as well. So with that, we hope you're having an amazing day so far, and looking forward to the Memorial Day weekend in a couple of weeks. Hopefully you get a little bit of extra time off to spend with family. So, but we'll be here next week, same time, Wednesday, 8:30 a.m. So until then, have an amazing day. And if you have a chance, do something randomly kind for a stranger today. Until then, so long and